What you want to do is go look for folks that are making a difference right now. Folks that could be your age or in your age space. Well, you can check them out on YouTube and Instagram. And if you can't find them, go knock on the door of as many accountants as you can and ask them for a summer job, and just go work for an accounting office, because you'll be able to see that they have nothing but people that have money that are looking for tax savings. And in that space, you will learn so much. And you may find one of your accountant's clients that could be eventually a mentor and a coach for you to really help you accelerate, turn decades into days by shrinking time, standing on the shoulders of people that have been there, done that. No, it's funny because I remember when I was in my 20s, I used to think it was rigged as well, because I remember thinking that only a certain type of people would be able to have access to success, whether it was somebody that came from a wealthy family, whether it was somebody that, went to a really good college, or that had folks that, gave them connections. I felt like that was the only way to do it. This is when I was in my early 20s. Not to say that that doesn't help, because it does. However, if I can go back to when I'm in my 20s, I would definitely not be worried about what my friends think. If I could take this brain and go back into that body, into that day and time, I would make sure that I merge ecosystems and get coaches that been there, done that. I would no longer go out on Fridays and Saturdays. I would use that time to really dedicate towards, building out my business and understanding how to be an entrepreneur on all the information I now know today. And I think that if you're in your 20s watching this right now, the biggest thing is, who do you surround yourself with? And just do a test. See what kind of money they got. See what kind of success they got, and see if they're a nice person. Because if you make money and you're good to other people versus not, you want to be someone that makes a lot of money and is good to people. Yeah, I think the starter investment, once money has been invested into yourself or YouTube University or a coaching program or, reading a lot of different books, but understand not just to read the book, but what are the action steps, right? I think once you know that and you're saving 20% of every paycheck and you have a lot of liquidity, you can never go wrong. If it's for the long term, it's always got to be for the long term. To understand now, not only real estate would be something to think about, but also you may want to think about social media marketing and what you bring to the world that creates a lot of uniqueness, and understanding the power of that if you could sell products off of that. And obviously, listen, if you're into the stock market and understanding that there's different asset classes, the S&P 500 is never a wrong way to go if you have it for the long term. And there's no challenges here with Bitcoin. We think that's here to stay, obviously, and where that factors in to the overall mosaic is important. But it starts with saving, and it starts with really going to understand what your goals and objectives are, what your outcome, what you want it to be, and how to get there. Yeah, so I think it would be one of the greatest things to do, especially at a young age, because you get so much bang for your buck. It's hard to contemplate, cash value life insurance as a death benefit. So now all of a sudden you might have your parents or your grandparents doing it, but a death benefit is only the future value of your current worth if you do it the right way. So if you use it as a bank and overfund it and really be able to take advantage of, hey, I know what kind of educational courses I've taken. I know as an entrepreneur what I want to do next. I've been saving 20% a month. Let me overfund this policy so I can leverage it and go buy that real estate or go buy that business or go buy that social media marketing strategy. And it's still going to earn a rate of return inside your policy while you're leveraging into other assets. It's a brilliant thing to do at your age, and nobody's doing it. You could go online and there's do-it-yourself information on not only finding, but what are the right questions to ask. Because there's accountants all over the place. I mean, the majority of them are historians. They're going to go count all the dead bodies on the battlefield, and that's what they do. They don't really do any forward thinking when it comes to your money in the future based on the products they tell you to buy just for the write-off in today, not realizing later on it's going to cost you a lot of money down the road. So you want to make sure you find a tax strategist, understand that you want this person to grow with you, see what other kind of clients they have that maybe those clients can coach you. And this is kind of where it comes into merging ecosystems, and really be able to get with somebody that's a proven winner and is on the come up, not retired, and they're going to give you the attention you need. But you got to ask the right question. How do I get tax strategies versus tax write-offs? So I'm a recovering alcoholic since July 1996. Let's assume, and I was 26 when I got sober. Let's assume that I never had a drug and alcohol problem. And now I'm 20 years old and I'm making money. You know, my biggest regret is the money I spent on drugs and alcohol over that 7-8 year period. That would be worth $5, $6, $7 million today had I invested it properly back then. So for me, it's like, if I can go back in time, because I'm sober now and I'm 20 years old, I'm saving every dollar and then I'm looking to deploy it into assets that are going to produce income. So if you're young and you really want to get a step ahead, first of all, thank you for checking out this video. But if you really want to learn more, go ahead and click the link below. One of my team members here at Epic will sit down and share with you our total success process on not how to go just from hello to yes, but be able to use these dollars and put it to work for you while it's still earning a rate of return inside your policies as well as your other investments. Okay, if you really enjoyed this video and it was very informative, go ahead, like and subscribe, and then check out this next video here.